Hello, everybody. Welcome to Almonds and Coconuts, where we talk about slice of life topics focusing on traumatizing, embarrassing, and childhood stories from Indian kids living in America. I'm Marjan.
I'm Shiny.
I'm Harshita.
I'm Bhavana.
And today we're going to be talking about our experiences, hopes, plans, everything for New Year's, because this episode is being released on January 1st. So happy New Year's, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year's. I hope 2022 will be better. I mean, if 2021 was bad for anybody, hope we'll get better in 2022.
Yeah, we never really got to celebrate New Year's last year, I feel like. So this year, I feel like more people are pumped.
Yeah. Last year it was just like, oh, it's another day. It's like,
Parents are on call. That's all I know.
2021 now? Cool.
Yeah,
Like,
last year in 2020, I was just on a Discord call with like two of my friends. We just said at 12 we were like Happy New Year's and then just left and went to sleep.
Right?
So there was nothing we did. So
no, I
hopefully,
just texted my friends Happy New Year,
Same.
and then that's it.
yeah.
So I think like people are actually gonna meeting up, but like I know that they're like limiting like the amount of meetups now because like during the holiday season, like COVID cases like increasingly go up. So
Yeah, especially with the new variants and stuff.
yeah, Omicron and stuff like that. So
Well,
still.
sorry, were you saying something?
No. I just finished my sentence.
Oh, I just wanted to say, to start off, what are your like New Year's resolutions?
Mine
are to get good grades. That's it.
Okay, here's the thing.
Honestly.
I like think of a bunch and then I never actually commit to like a 90%.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like that's everyone. Like you think of something and you're like, okay, I'll do it. You do it maybe for the first week of January or something, and then you
Right?
just
Like
stop.
I remember I was like, I'm gonna be organized, I'm gonna do this and this, and literally after like the first week of January, I'm like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And that later ends up being pushed to like the end of the year. And then you're like, maybe I should do this next year.
I'll start soon. Or I'm like, okay, well, I did the best I can for this week. So I'll just take a break.
Exactly.
I also
Here's the
feel
thing,
like
once you take a break, you won't do it again.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you can't, it's hard to stop that.
that's why I never have New Year's resolutions, because I feel like it makes me more disappointed at myself when I like
Right.
leave it after a week. I'm just like, yeah, might as well not have any expectations so I can't get disappointed
exactly.
later on.
Like I'm like, okay, it would be nice if I did this, but I'm not gonna like set myself a goal
Like
that I have to do
okay,
this.
honestly, from the very beginning, I wasn't really a New Year's resolutions kind of person. Like that's not something we ever did at my house. It's just like you just celebrated the New Year's with people that you wanted to celebrate with, and then that was like basically it. You know, we didn't really do the whole like New Year's resolution. I'm gonna do this in the new year. I'm gonna be this. Like it was just a day to celebrate with friends and family.
Like growing up, we were never really, I guess, taught about resolutions, and we never like, our parents were never like, oh, what do you want to do, or like, what are your goals? They were just like, okay, Happy New Year's, that's it.
Yeah, it was just a day to celebrate with like friends and family. So it was never really like a New Year's resolution kind of thing. But I know like as like I got older, like I've always been like, okay, this new year I'm gonna be a new me. I'm gonna be like this and this, and it's just like, but it never happens, and I'm just back to like the dead person I am. Like,
This reminds me of like the starting of the school year, you know, when you're like, okay, I'm like your notebooks are super neat. Yeah, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna write such neat notes, and then it kind of just
goes off.
Goes back to like, I don't know, chicken scratch after 2 weeks.
And
I
like,
want to be so organized.
that you understand, and then it gets to the point where you don't even know what you're writing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
you wanna be
with
so
your backpack,
organized.
you have your markers and then your pencil pouch and everything. And then by the end of the day, it's all just shoved in there.
I've
And
lost
you've
half the
lost,
stuff.
In my backpack.
I'm constantly losing pencils.
Right? I like drop them in my backpack and don't even care. And then at the end of the year, when I'm cleaning up my backpack, I find like heaps of stuff, like highlighters, notes, and I'm like, bro, what have I done?
Right? And it's like, and I hate cleaning it up at the end of the year because I find things, I'm like, bro, why did I just put this in its position? Like it had a place to be and I never put it there.
Exactly.
Like I don't know. The new year, it's like all I can like honestly, it's like when a new year happens, all I think about is like, damn, I'm getting older.
Right.
I mean, that's me on my birthday. But yes, New Year's, I feel like I'm more excited to like meet it because okay, for context, almost every New Year, we all our family friends, we kind of meet up and we either like go bowling or there's like this party thing that we go to. It's like that's like kind of what I look forward to because we stay up till
I
like
don't think
3
we're
a.m.
doing it this year though.
Probably
think-
because of COVID, poor COVID
Yeah.
reasons.
Because in
I only think the
2019 we went to the amusement park, and then
Yeah.
2020 we didn't do
2018?
anything.
We went to the party that there's like they host 2018.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's like this
And then
group,
they
this,
always have like a
Indian community.
famous like actor, right?
Person come over. I remember my most memorable year with those parties was 2016 when we all went the first time. It was like that big hall.
I remember that we were in 6th grade, Shiny. Do you
Right.
remember?
I remember, dude.
And it
okay,
was like there was
I was scared for the. Okay, I hate fireworks so much.
right.
I would
No.
always be so scared toward midnight because that's when I would like hide.
I love
don't-
fireworks. Okay.
I don't
I
hate
love
them.
them,
I just
I'm
like I don't like the sound, and also they kind of look cool, but I just think about the pollution. I don't
Oh,
know. I
like
don't.
when I was little.
I just
like,
don't like them.
Yeah. When I was little, I used to go to the amusement park when they had fireworks on New Year's, and I'd be so scared of them because it was like
Right,
right there they would launch them.
No, I think, but then I like my family stopped doing it because like you actually have to pay to go, and it's like at some point it gets boring and like kind of just not as fun as it used to be. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I remember in
stopped doing it.
in 2019 when we went to the amusement park, I remember vividly we went there and then we had fun on December 31st, and then right around midnight we came out of the amusement park.
We
We
were
were
so
outside the
I
gates,
was like, what
and
were
then
we
they were like,
doing?
and then the parents started counting on the clock. They were like, okay, Happy New Year. We were just standing outside the gate.
Right?
We
For, like,
could have
20
gone
minutes, we were just
inside, but no,
outside.
they had to bring us outside, say Happy New Year's, and then we made some plans or something.
Right? Oh my
But
god, I
I don't
remember
know.
that. I remember when we all went because we were in the ride for the swing. Remember at the very
Yes,
end of the
like
park? Oh my
10
god, the way that
times.
we were being so loud and saying we were just singing random lyrics. We were being super loud. We were saying whatever, and the people like behind us. Every
They
single time
hated
I
us
turned
so
around,
much.
they just were staring at us like, what are these people? Like, what are?
No, I
what are
remember
they?
like
What are
Chinese
you?
hand heater thingy. We kept passing it around
Yeah.
and around when chocolate melted on it.
Okay, it's like the coldest.
So
Like
gross.
I feel like non-Californians are probably just making fun of us, but we have like we have like lack of what is it like we're like very cold sensitive. I feel like in California where we don't it doesn't get cold
Okay, it's
that much.
technically not our fault because this is what we grew up on. Like, if this is
Correct.
the weather that I'm getting
Yeah.
accustomed to as a kid, I'm going to be like this when it gets like it could be 50 degrees and I'd be like, guys, I am freezing. It might as well be.
Right?
Like I go like I on some days during the summer, on like cold summer days, I go out in sweatshirts and stuff. So
Mhm.
Exactly. It could be
Yeah.
60. I'm like, it's kind of cold. I can wear a sweater. Like,
But like yeah, we were like huddling together like penguins trying to conserve body heat, and we were belting out like the lyrics. I forgot what particular song we were singing, but it was like I don't know. It was like those songs that like
It's like-
those generic songs that play during New Year's, and we were just
yeah,
like
we were just like
yeah.
we were just screaming out the
right as we
song.
were waiting,
And then they
and
brought
the
us.
people behind us were like standing.
Yeah.
We were
Honestly,
And-
like if they're not in the spirit, like boo on them, man.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry
they're
for
just
them.
out
If I was there, I would probably start singing along. If I heard a
Right?
group of people
I
start
would
singing
join
behind
in
me.
and be like, yeah, let's go. You know,
I don't know. I
really
still
wasn't.
to this day I don't know why they brought us out of the park for midnight.
Right?
like
Yeah.
I don't
like
get
literally
it. I'm
10
like,
minutes before midnight. They were like, okay, and we didn't even go anywhere. They
and here's
literally
the
stood
thing, the
in a
park
group outside
closes
the
at
park.
12. So and like they wait like 30 minutes until everyone goes out. So why not just stay inside?
Yeah, we could have just stayed, said like Happy New Year's, and then left.
Yeah,
we
I
just
don't know why.
we just left. Yeah, I don't know why
But that
they
was like
did
the
that.
last time we all genuinely hung out. Like 2020 to 2021, like last year's New Year was not honestly, it was just another day for me. Like it wasn't anything. I was like, oh cool guys.
One
Happy
thing
New
I
Year,
sort
guys."
of want next year is I don't want another March 13th situation to happen where we go on lockdown again because I kind of like being back in school and seeing everyone again, and I don't want to go
Yeah.
back to online.
So far, we've like not had that many COVID cases at our school, which is kind of a shocker. I'm not even shocked
Yeah.
we've lasted this long.
Right?
Like I genuinely believe that after a solid like maybe month, we're going back online.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh, you go back, but then I was kind of expecting to go back into quarantine after some
I
time.
expected to go back in like October, right before like Halloween or something, because they wouldn't allow you to like pass out candies and stuff. But like, I can't believe we still stayed there.
They didn't let you pass
Wait,
out.
guys. I
No.
searched up New Year questions so I got okay, these are
New
really
Year's
like
special.
these are so philosophical and deep, but there
Okay,
was
go
one
for
that
it.
says it was like, what are you looking forward to for 2022?
Wow, how
Nothing.
philosophical and deep.
And then
I
I
was like,
chose the
no.
least philosophical because the other one is like, why do you think New Year's is the time that you make resolutions? And
I
feel
don't
like we
care.
all have pessimistic answers. Oh, it's probably like a false hope of new beginnings. And so you try to better yourself, all to realize that you're worthless and you can never live up to those expectations or something.
Like
but-
even going in knowing that it's another day, humans have just labeled it as a new
exactly.
beginning.
Okay,
Right.
let's answer the question. What are y'all looking forward to for 2022? Like, honestly.
Nothing.
I want to go out, you know, because I haven't gone to. Usually we go to India every summer. I haven't gone there in a while, and
Right?
like I
wanna
haven't
go
gone to a lot of
India
big theme
so
parks and
bad.
stuff.
Like, it
Dude,
actually
I want to go.
pains
I
me.
want to
Like,
go
it
on
physically pains me.
vacation. That's what I want. I want a
Right?
proper
I
vacation.
want to go to Hawaii.
Dude,
It's-
like 10, like a giant group of my friends is going to Hawaii. Well, not a group as in together, but a lot of my friends are going to Hawaii,
You know
and
how
I
many
just see their
people that I
posts
know
on
that are going to
Instagram.
Hawaii? Like,
Right?
I
I've
have
had like
friends in
6 people
Hawaii
in my
right
school
now
go to
or going
Hawaii.
to Hawaii. I have a
Exactly.
friend who's in London right now. She's in
And then
London.
I see like people posting from like
Right?
Hawaii in the rainforest, and then I see people posting skiing in Arizona, and I'm like, okay, first of all, it
I
snows
see
in
people in Las
Arizona, and
Vegas.
second
Yeah,
of all,
it
like what
literally
if
snows
like
everywhere but
go.
California.
yeah, like what's going on, and why are they like why can't I go anywhere? I'm just
Right?
stuck.
I wanted
I'm
to
stuck
go
here at
somewhere
home,
during
and
break,
look,
but we could go anywhere.
I'm happy to be here at home doing this podcast right now, but there's like other stuff I could do with my 2 weeks of winter break.
Right? Like I wanted to go to Tahoe and ski, but no.
Yes. Dude, I'm going to India, which is not a good choice considering that I'm going to like my senior year. So this is like the time you have to write like essays or whatever for college. But my dad was just like, that doesn't matter. Which honestly,
No,
I'd
they
actually
don't even
Family
I would
matters
actually
more.
rather be in India because like I have a new cousin. That sounds so weird. Anyway, I have a new cousin now. She's like
I have two of them, and then one of them was born I think in like November of 2019. We
Mhm.
usually go in the summer, so we never got to go in summer of 2020 or 2021, and he's 2 years old now, and I've never
Oh.
seen him. And then I have
That's-
another one who was born during quarantine. I think I have two who were born during quarantine. There's just like a bunch of babies everywhere, and I've never met them.
my grandparents have never seen my brother in person, so we have to go
That's
this
actually
year.
really sad.
Yeah.
Because when my sister was born, literally, like once it was the doctor gave us the all clear that a baby could go on the plane, my mom was like, "We're booking our flights to India." Like,
Yeah,
so
when
That
my
was
sister
when
was
like you
born,
guys
my
were little
grandma.
and you guys didn't have school and stuff, right?
well, I was like 3, so maybe that's why.
Oh yeah.
But like, I know a lot of people like who like once their siblings are born, like their grandparents come or whatever, or they go to India. You know?
Yeah, my grandma came here when my sister was born. So.
I remember I met your grandma.
No, but like I actually like if we don't go on vacation, I just really want to go to India. Like I genuinely like
Yeah.
I love going to India. Like I feel like it's like it's so nice to go back to like just people that are like you, and it's like that. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's just such a comfort like feeling to me. Like I love going back there.
Yeah, it's like you're bringing what's inside you outside,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah,
surrounded by
yeah,
it. You
so
know?
The one thing
philosophical.
I hate is the plane. Okay, that's the only thing.
Okay, the
that
plane
stops
ride is
me
one
from
thing
going
everyone
there.
will hate. I don't think I can ever in my life, in like my lifetime, in the next 50 lives, okay? Will I ever say I like the long travel?
I mean, hey, if there's any company that's willing to like lend us a private jet or sponsor us
Yeah.
or something, we'll take it.
Please.
But like, you know,
Just
if you want to pull
alright,
through,
throwing it out there.
like we're taking sponsorships, guys.
Okay, going back to our topic.
New Year's.
I think okay, I know that I said I don't really have New Year's resolutions for myself, but I think one thing I kind of want to get more into is like exercise. Because
No.
okay, at the
No
moment my
way.
doctor's giving me so much like crap about being like the weight that I am. So I kind of want to, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there are those people that talk about like exercise in such a like a positive way, and I'm so envious whenever they
No,
do
I
it.
can't
I'm
even do 15 minutes of karate exercise. You expect me to do workouts? No, thank you.
Dude, I'm trying, you know, like one day I want to be that girl.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like,
What?
I actually genuinely feel envious of people who enjoy working out, who enjoy exercising. Because I hate exercising. I hate working out. I
So
was
much.
the happiest person on the planet when I found out that like my PE credits for high school were over. When my second year of PE, I was online. It was the greatest time of my life. I barely had to
Oh
do
my
anything.
god, I hate
Like,
it so much.
I like genuinely am a person who despises working out. So when I see people who genuinely enjoy it, I'm like, damn, I wish I had that feeling because it would
Yeah,
actually
No, 'cause
motivate me.
when you're back in school for PE or PF, like I hate it, especially when you have to do the pacers and stuff, because now they're graded, even though we have to have masks on, and I hate it so much.
over context, pacers is basically like a running exercise where you run a certain distance, but it gets faster and faster. So you have to like keep up with the time that they give you to do each
I hate
like,
pacers,
round.
but hey,
It's so bad.
your girl doesn't have to do PE anymore, so we're done. We're good.
There's so many memes about pacers, which which is the only
But
thing.
can we not bring up
sound
the
is
audio? The audio is
PTSD.
all over TikTok, and they use it as
Yeah.
PTSD.
Like the fitness gram pacer test is a
Pacer test is a
multi-stage
multi-
aerobic capacity test that gets faster as
Progressively
it
gets
progresses or
faster.
something. Yeah.
All right, guys. Wait, what are some of your like goals? Maybe not like a resolution, but something you
My
kind of just
goal,
want to get
I
into.
want to
wanna
maybe
try out
I
for
want to
school
do
PE.
I want to be less self-deprecating, if that makes sense. Like I'm a very like my humor, the only reason is okay, I'm a very funny person in terms of the fact that a lot of my humor comes from being self-deprecating. Like I make a lot of
Oh
self-deprecating
yeah,
jokes.
that's true. That's true. Me too.
Like I make a lot of self-deprecating jokes, and okay, to some extent it is funny, but I'm low-key not lying when I make those jokes. So like I want to, like, honestly, as much as it's really difficult, I want to be closer and closer to actually, like, being okay with what I am.
Like appreciating my talents and myself.
Like, yeah, maybe not like, I love #love yourself kind of thing. Like, I don't think I'll ever be able to reach that. It's gonna take a long time to like get to that point, but I want to like myself or like tolerate myself a little more than I normally do.
Like enjoy myself without having to like,
Right? Oh, and also to stop thinking so far ahead in the future, because I was talking to Shiny about this like the other day, but we were talking about this when we were brushing her teeth. So it's I know really a really weird place to talk about it, but I was like, dude, winter break has just started, but I'm already thinking about second semester and what I have to do.
Yes. Okay, I blame school for this. Okay, because every single year the teachers are always like, "Oh, you think this is just starting? Okay, but like next year, then they like pile on these like tasks and like responsibilities. So all you think about is, oh, you don't think about the achievements that you've done so far, but rather what you have to do in the future. So you're always like stuck up on that type of like
Yeah.
cycle. Like, oh, I'm done with junior year, but hey, guess what? Senior year is coming up, and then I have college applications, and then
I
once I
also
get into
feel like
college. Yeah, so it's like this like endless cycle, and I honestly blame the school for this.
and also when they're like, oh, next year it's gonna be even harder and stuff, but then when you go into the next year you realize they kind of like over exaggerated it.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, next year is gonna be super difficult, and then the next year like, okay, I can handle this. It's not like I was expecting much worse.
Mhm.
And then they just give you all the stress for nothing.
Right. Oh, Bhavana, what is one of your goals?
I want to try out for a school sports team. I don't know what, but I want to try out for something.
That's solid.
Dude,
Even if I don't get in, I just want to try out.
Yeah,
honestly,
I mean,
yes.
it's better than like you. At least you know what I mean. Like it's better than
Yeah.
not knowing.
Yes. Dude, one of
Like for
my like
volleyball, I signed up, but I didn't go to tryouts.
No.
right. Okay, that happened to me with like robotics. Like I've always wanted to do robotics, but like you see the people in my school, like especially the people in the club, and it's like it's like a concentration of like the smartest people in a room, and when you go there, it's so scary that I use that as an excuse to not try out because I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna get in. So I feel like I also kind of have that goal to try to do it even if I know I may not get in, because I mean you never know, right? And
Yeah, it's better to know than to never know.
right.
Mhm.
So, Arjun, what about you,
Do you
man?
guys
Pick something.
I mean, for me, I kind of had like a collection of what you guys said,
Mhm.
like the whole self-deprecating thing. I want to be more like, I guess I kind of want to be more like social. because especially during quarantine, I like turned into an introvert. And then oh yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys want to set some goals for the podcast for the future?
I
Yeah.
think get more like be more organized when deciding when to record.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
record.
consistency.
We had this grand plan of like we record every Friday and then
And then
release
that did
every
not
Saturday.
happen.
And then we're like, okay, let's at least try to record once a week, and then that kind of like finals and stuff. So we did pre-record a bunch, but I'm hoping that we can record regularly and also post because I think our Christmas video went up a couple days late. We should try to post every Saturday. And yeah, that's a main goal, I think, is being consistent with the channel.
I also think maybe like having more people. Like we have a small like tight circle in which we do our podcast in. Maybe it would be nice to have other like friends because they have a different perspective, and honestly it's kind of interesting to hear their views.
Yeah.
We could have like guests on our channel occasionally. I think
Yeah.
we've already
Okay,
had one
honestly,
guest
just even
before.
within our like group, the same like few people
It's like
do it. We don't
yeah.
have our entire like family friend group that actually does
I
it.
think at most we have me, Shiny, Harshita, Bhavna, Hasni. I don't think
No,
we've had
Hasani just sometimes rarely. She's not actually in it
yeah,
now.
Hasni has done I think maybe like once or twice. I don't know. It's like we have the same 3 or 4 staple people, and then once in a while someone else joins.
Right. So maybe like including more people. Like, okay, one of my friends, she's like super, super philosophical and like not in like the boring way, like in the very interesting way. Like whenever I have conversations with her, I honestly feel like maybe if we recorded this, I feel like a lot of people would relate to her because her like way of like thinking, it's like super mature and advanced. And honestly, I really wish she had time to do it because I feel like she would make for some really good conversations.
Oh, I
But
know.
yeah,
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, like everything about her is like super like mature. Like, okay, me, I tend to my defense mechanism is to make a joke out of everything. So, and like, so I'll tend to be like very not as serious and maybe not as mature because that is my way of just, coping, and I'll make jokes out of everything. But like she genuinely like says things about it and does stuff about it, which is like something you could genuinely look up to. Like,
right. It's weird because she's the youngest out of all of us, but I mean, like out of me and Harshita. But honestly, I'm gonna try to get her on the podcast once because she's like seriously like a podcast person. She's meant for this.
yeah, I feel like I have a friend who's like super talkative and super vibey, and she's super sweet. So I think like she would be really good on a podcast where you have to talk a lot. So I think I'll try to get her on too. Yeah, I'll like bring in people. I feel like that'd be fun. We should all bring in someone.
Yes. Also, okay, so I was looking through the list. I think we kind of already talked a bit about this, but what was like one of your most favorite New Year's memories?
Like for 2021?
No, just like on your past New Year celebrations, what was something?
Mine's was that one time, I think, I don't know who came, but I knew Shiny and Harshita were there. We went bowling.
Yes, that was
I
amazing.
loved it.
That
And then we
was
came
so
back
fun.
to Harshita's house and we cut those 3 cakes that
This
we
chocolate
iced.
cake. I remember.
Oh my god,
chocolate.
back
This-
where I used to live, like in 7th or 6th grade. Oh wait, like it was like
Yeah.
7th grade or something.
Right across where I used to live.
Mm-hmm.
I really like plans which aren't planned out, like something that's like in the moment because that
Isn't it I think one of the most fun things is like when you're set to meet for like at lunch with some of your friends, but then it turns into an unplanned sleepover or something like that, or you
Which is what
end up
happens
getting
to
plans.
us most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah, our
true.
friend
We
group does that a lot where we plan on meeting somewhere, but then we're like, oh well, this other person lives close by, so like why don't we just go to their house, or like we can go to a restaurant or something, and then it turns into a whole like thing.
Yeah, I think for me, I really liked it when it was when we went to that park, the amusement park, and I remember when we all were sitting on the swing and we were just being annoyingly loud, like when the ride was going. I don't know why. I feel like
I remember, yeah, that was probably one of my favorite
yeah, it
moments
was
too. I
just
think we
like
were
a
like,
peak serotonin moment for me. Like
were we play were we playing a song from someone's phone or something?
no,
Because I
no, no, it
remember
was just us being loud.
we were just screaming.
Oh,
Literally.
okay. You know that ride where we're in chairs and it's like up in the air? I remember that one moment. It was like a few seconds. It only lasted a few seconds. It's like my most favorite memory because we're all in the air. We're like close together. And I think we were putting our arms out like they were airplanes. And I think we were singing that, shoot, the airplane song. Like, can we
Yeah,
pretend
can we
that?
pretend that airplane?
Yeah.
It's
And we were
literally called
singing it with
airplane.
our arms, yeah, with our arms out. And it was like one of my most favorite.
And then we kept going on the ride again and again, like 3 or
Yeah,
4
I
times.
feel
And
bad for the
no,
operator.
we kept going until we had to get off. And then the parents like,
I remember we also got like Starbucks or something.
No.
Oh,
was that on New Year's though? I think that was
Yeah, it was. No, like when we were in Great America. No, the theme park. We got like Starbucks and stuff.
I
oh,
don't
I mean,
remember that.
really, I don't remember Starbucks.
I'll take your word for it though.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I hope we
like-
did.
We did because I remember the dads went to get it and we like got.
Oh, we also got like Dippin' Dots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I feel like that's
Sure,
something we always do though. Like every
That's
time we
true.
just go and get stuff
Yeah.
from there.
No, but
Do you
like,
guys remember? I
honestly,
don't think this was not New Year's, but do you guys remember when we went to the same theme park and then we did we had the moms do the sheesh and then we took a
Yes.
picture.
Yeah, that was like
think
that was over the summer. That was
That
recently.
was over the summer.
Yeah.
When Tosni's cousins came.
Mm-hmm.
And then we took a bunch of pictures.
Right.
Right.
Honestly,
That
like,
was a fun time.
and then it was like it was so funny because the half that doesn't like roller coasters was like in line waiting for like this the best.
We could do a
ride possible.
whole podcast on that itself. Legit.
Right? No, but like honestly, like every time I think of like fun New Year's moments, I genuinely think of when we were just sitting on that like ride where it's like obvious, like the one that Shani was talking about, like and it like swings around. It's like a
That's
huge
like
swing.
that's
It's
like
just
our
us
group
all
ride.
close together.
legit.
We're all like, we're all freezing, but we don't really care at that
Yeah.
point because we like, there's no way for us to get any warmer.
I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been on New Year's. I remember it was like a Christmas or like winter.
No, it was on New Year's. The swings.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
swings was
But
on
there was another memory that I remember where I think at the beginning, you know how they do like Christmas shows and stuff like that.
No, that was
That
that was 2018 when we went into the theater to watch stuff.
Yeah, that was
or-
Christmas.
And
Yeah, but like
2019 both.
but what I remember
Both.
was like I think some people went to it, but then others didn't. And then we ended up meeting. in the
No, it
middle
was
somewhere.
2019 because I remember we took photos in front of the kids area with the people dressed up, and then we went to the theater to watch a show that Harshita had already watched, I think.
Yeah, I already watched it.
Yeah, some people watched it. Oh, I remember the snow. We were sitting.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But like honestly, like it's just like the one memory that always sticks in my head that when we all met like in 2019 is the swing and us just
Yeah.
screaming our heart out. Like
yeah, I feel like that's our group ride. Every time we
Yeah.
go to that
Yeah.
amusement park, we always go on that ride.
Okay,
on
but
repeat.
surprisingly, this year I have not been on that ride.
really? I think
Once
That
maybe,
makes
but
sense.
I have.
remember when we I think over the summer when we all went to that park again, I think the half that didn't go on the roller coasters went on that ride like 50 times.
Yeah,
you
we
guys
did,
did.
we
I
did.
went on it once when I went like the day before.
No,
my
I
birthday.
think the
went on it
rest of
once.
them. I think the rest of them might have come at the end. Cause remember that was before.
Yeah, we came at the end near this. Wait, maybe we did go on it. I don't remember.
Because there was
So I
okay.
remember
So
you
there was
guys
one
coming,
half.
but,
There was
like-
one half who basically went to a water park, and we stood in that ride for hours. So it took up most of the day. And then we finally went on it, and then came onto the swings ride, which we then just did on repeat. So we only did those 2 rides. I don't know what the other half did, but I know they went on a roller coaster. And then
Yeah, okay. I have another question because I feel like people don't exactly understand what's going on with the context.
yeah.
But okay, one of the questions is how will you remember last year? Or I guess since it's still 2021, this year? Like
So
what's like
what's the question?
like what is like one thing that you'll like remember this year?
What this year?
2021.
I don't know.
Honestly, I think one thing
I
I
think
will
My
remember-
first day of school, like for eighth grade.
Mhm.
Oh, for like going back in person too. And
Yeah.
everything.
Maybe I'll remember that.
I think for me is when honestly every single time that I have hung out with my friends, like in general, because okay, I think all of a sudden I had this like sudden like wake up call, like listen, you need to start going outside and hanging out with your friends more because like hey, I'm a teenager. I'm going to want to do all these things. And if I can't do all the regular teenage stuff, I want to do at least something, right? And I feel like I realized like my time for high school is slowly coming to an end faster and faster, and a lot faster than I would think it was going. And I was like, I need to, start just hanging out with people more and going back out there again, because that was what I missed so much during quarantine. So I think just honestly, anytime that I've hung out with friends, like whether it's you guys or my friends, like other friends, like just every single time I've hung out with them.
I think
I think
for me, I was sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say friends, but since Rashida already said it, okay, this year I got more freedom. Obviously, as you get older, your parents let you do more stuff, and I think okay, so quarantine really screwed up any like mentally. I didn't hang out with a lot of people, but I think a good thing about that was I went biking. I talk about this all the time with you guys, but I went biking more. And my parents have been letting me go out at like 6 or 7 p.m., like in the winter time, which is basically nighttime. So I go biking, and there's like this small secluded park near my house, and like no one's there. So it gives me like a sense of like isolation. And so although I do like hanging out with my friends, I think I came to appreciate being alone a lot more because of quarantine. So I think that is like one of my most memorable things, just being alone and being able to be with myself without feeling lonely.
For
Yeah.
me,
What
I
about
think
you, Arjun?
I agree. I would say mostly my friends, because but another thing was birthday parties, because like the birthday parties this year that I've been to, especially the ones with our group, have been pretty memorable. with
Mhm.
with like, no one's gonna understand this, but with the books and stuff, because think we made a book for Shani's birthday and Hershita's birthday,
Mhm.
and yeah, we just wrote a
I
bunch of
think the
books
one thing
and
that's memorable
everything.
too are the sleepovers that we've had this year, because like we've had at least like 3 or 4 this year.
Yeah, we
I
had
think
multiple
Yeah, we had a lot
we
actually.
had like one giant family sleepover, I think a couple
recently.
years ago, but
Yeah.
this year we had multiple
We
sleepovers.
had like 3 or 4 this year with family sleepovers.
Yeah, it was like honestly, I think this year was just a big
Okay, but
like
the one thing that's
trying to get
memorable to
back
me,
everything that I missed in
yeah.
2020.
But like for one thing, like all of us, we met every week during the summer, which was really memorable.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, every
Every
single week.
Yeah,
Saturday and
that's
Sunday.
that's a really memorable thing. I remember me and Hershita were talking about this when we walked home like months ago. We were like, we met up like almost every single week except for 1 week, I think.
Yeah,
Other
the
than that,
week
every
before
single week
break.
of the
Yeah.
2 months of summer, we met up like basically every single week.
Yeah,
also
exactly. So
we forgot
We
to
I
add
think
our
we
podcast. We started our podcast this year too.
Yeah.
Oh
oh
yeah,
yeah,
we
hey, we
started our
did start this
podcast in
year.
May. Isn't it weird that like it hasn't been a year since our podcast, but like it's like we're entering the new year for the first time. We started this in May, so it's been what, like
A solid like
8 months. It's
yeah.
been a long time.
I feel like the podcast, like even more than like, I think we started this mostly because we don't talk a lot outside of like when we're not meeting up like directly like face to face. We don't exactly talk a lot like in a call. So I feel like this podcast mostly kind of brought us more together because we're able to have these conversations. Okay, like when we like
Also,
before, you guys were too young and we were too immature, and I feel like
No,
now
hey,
we're still
no.
growing.
Hey,
But
don't loop me in there.
oh, okay, I was immature. But I feel like
and
now it's like more consistent, and having this type of like consistency allows us to force each other to talk to
yeah,
each other more.
Mhm.
yeah, that's true. Like we have more conversations even when we don't meet in person. And
Mhm.
especially like if we started this earlier in quarantine, it would have been really good because we didn't talk too much. We just, yeah. And
We
then
just like
also
occasionally replied to each other.
yeah, we just
Yeah.
we text kind of, and then like we
Yeah.
talk when we meet up, we talk a lot,
Okay,
obviously.
but like this year, I feel
But
like we've had things that we've worked on that actually put us more closer together, like the cookbook, which no one has idea of, but like, and
oh
all the
yeah,
birthday projects.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
insert
I
a
think
bunch of
this
inside
year, I
jokes.
feel like we all have just realized that this is a lot more this like friendship that we all built, even though it's because of our moms. Like we can't always just depend on our moms to keep this going. Like it's I
Yeah,
feel like because of like
like
something like a
our
podcast.
moms are the ones who became friends and started meeting
Mhm.
up. But then
Okay,
we're the
but
ones who actually
I
continued
knew
that friendship
Hasni and
through the years.
Arjun like before, like all of our moms met, but like still, like all of our moms like kind of put us together, like sort of forced us,
Mhm.
and then we got closer together.
Right. So
Yeah.
I feel like this podcast and all, I think future projects will also do like more stuff. But it's kind of like, in a way, we kind of need something to force us to be together. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
we don't want to hang out together.
We
Just
need, like,
if
a
you
It's
don't
just
have
if
something,
we
start
if
us
we
off.
have something to do together, then we do it really well, and then we get
Right.
off track.
Right,
Yeah.
like
But if we just
I
meet
think
up with
I was talking about this to Shiny actually. Like,
Mhm.
obviously, her and I are juniors, and as much as like we're not a senior yet, and we don't have to think about college yet, like it's still on our minds
Right.
a lot. And I was talking about like I was asking her like, hey, dude, do you think like you're still gonna talk to all your friends from high school even after you go to college? And the one thing that I was thinking is like maybe yes, maybe like I'll probably keep in touch with some people, right? Like, but I feel like but we were talking about this, and I feel like the one group of like the people that I know that I'm consistently gonna keep in touch with is with all of you guys,
Mhm.
just because
Yeah.
like even if like it's just because our parents have always like pushed us to always be with each other, and I feel like eventually it just becomes to the point where it's like I just expect it, like we're always going to. So like I feel like it's just
Yeah.
even if I lose touch with my friends that I have now, it's like our family friend group is the one that I know will actually still last even after we go to college.
Isn't it weird to think in the future, like when we become adults, we're probably still gonna meet up, right? Like on our own.
Yeah.
And
I
then
hope
like
so.
if anyone has kids, we're gonna become aunties and uncles. Like,
Okay, don't make us look so old.
do
Okay,
that, not yet.
no.
Don't make me think of
Hold
that
up,
yet.
so
no.
weird. Such a weird thought.
No, but like I feel like once we become adults, like I feel like we have a lot more control of what we want to do and like when we want to meet. So like I still like honestly like I feel like this is the one group that I genuinely have confidence in that will always continue on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain this because I was telling this to Shiny and she's like, and I think we both agreed that yeah, we'll probably still keep in touch with our friends from high school. But we both agreed that like this group is the one that's like actually gonna stay. And I feel like this year really pushed us to keep that motive going.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. And I think we should leave this New Year special on a high note. And with that being said, we'll see you guys next week, hopefully, and have a happy new year. Hope that you can find joy in this new year, and hope it's better than 2021 if you've been having a bad year. And if you had a good year, I hope it's just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Happy
we'll
New
see you
Year.
guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year. I hope you guys have
Happy
a
New
great
Year.
2022.
Yes, I hope it's not sucky.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope it
Not
goes well
bad.
for you guys. Okay, bye.